Hey everyone, this is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. I want to welcome you to today's lesson. We're going to be learning Stand By Me for easy piano. Hope you guys had a lovely Halloween yesterday. I certainly did. Just a little disclaimer because I want you to know what you get into with this particular arrangement for this song. The sheet music, by the way, is in the cards and description below. You can also find a link to the tutorial where after you learn this lesson and all the lessons that I'm teaching you, the basic principles on how to practice, you want to test yourself out. It's like a self-test in knowledge, if you will. Well, with this song, it's kind of missing the most important part, which is the chorus. So I didn't know that because I wouldn't have downloaded it and recorded it if I didn't, like if I was able to preview it. But I was only able to preview a page. It looked good. Then I practiced and I didn't practice, but I played this and recorded it and noticed, oh, there's no chorus here. So if you want the chorus, then I suggest looking for another particular arrangement. Maybe I could do like a better one in the future, like another version of this one that actually has the chorus. So just wanted you guys to know what you're getting into. Okay, before we start, hit that notification bell after you subscribe if you want to catch whenever I go live. And make sure to also check out my tutorials, which are released every, what am I saying here? Sunday through Tuesday. Okay, this is Stand By Me. I'm going to show you how to practice this and also basic steps on how to practice any song, really, if you want to think of it that way. Okay, after I straighten this out. That looks good. Okay, here we go. This is Stand By Me. And you see where I stopped right there is where we're going to stop. So when we're going to, when you're practicing a piece or a song or whatever it is you're doing on piano, you want to make sure you pick small parts at a time. So we're going to call this process small chunking. I gave you the first chunk of this song, and this is kind of also personal opinion as well. This is like if you want to shorten it, do it even a shorter version. It's really up to you if it makes sense to you, like these divisions, okay? And when you practice doing this with every single song that you're learning on piano, you're gonna get better at this process. So don't just only do it with this song. Take the steps that I'm giving you here and try to do it with every song that you're learning. Okay, now we're just gonna go back. We're gonna try to simplify it. I'm just going to show you the right hand. Okay, let's just try that together with just the right hand. Here we go. Ready, go. Okay, now if you're not able to do that right away, I mean, it's kind of obvious here. You could go back and rewind, but this is live, so probably do that after the live stream is over. I'll explain why repetitions. There's a certain way to do it that's more effective than the traditional way. All right, now here's just the left hand, and then I'm demonstrating for you guys first. So when you're listening and you're practicing, it's the whole study aspect, the observation, right? If you're watching me play, that's just as important, if not more important, than actual practice, because if you don't know what you're doing, then you're gonna be wasting a lot of time here. So make sure you're watching enough of these videos as you're practicing, not only just practice. If you just practice without listening to music and studying these videos, that's kind of like just exercising and not getting your diet in check. Okay, all right, we're gonna keep it going. I don't know why I can't get this straight, but whatever. Here's the left hand. Okay, and we're just gonna try that together. Left hand, ready, go. back to both hands, give it a listen. Okay, let's try that together. Ready, go. Okay, now we're gonna talk about repetition just a little bit. Instead of doing the traditional way, instead of doing like consecutively, right? Let's say like some people say you do it 10 times in a row. You probably heard the expression that amateurs practice until they get it right, and then professionals practice until they don't get it wrong. That implies you do it like a million times perfectly. So actually, the traditional way of repetition doesn't work really well. It works in the short term, but over the long term, it's not really an efficient way to practice. What's better is this thing called spaced repetition. Okay. You can look it up online after. I'll just give you a quick rundown. It's basically, instead of just doing it one after the other, like a domino approach, you just try it a few times here, okay? And then you're gonna take a break. Maybe you continue to practice another part of this song. Maybe you practice another song entirely. It's kind of like if you're reading a chapter and one part of your chapter is a little too difficult for you to understand. You're just gonna read a little bit. Maybe you understand about like 30% of it. Then you're gonna read something else. Maybe you continue on in the book. Maybe you switch to another book and you're reading that. Jeez, this is bugging me. Okay. So after you do that, it's just you wait a certain amount of time, hence the spaced part, and then you come back, and if you want to, you can practice it again, or you could just do something else. I do this all the time when I'm teaching students. We switch from song to song, to part, and it's just way more effective in the long run. Plus, it's just fun. It's a lot more fun to practice this way too. Jeez, okay, here we go. All right, so that's a quick word on that. If you want to look it up, God, I keep fiddling around with this. It's not getting any better. All right. No, that's not right. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna touch this anymore. I'm just gonna let it be crooked. Okay. So yeah, spaced repetition. You want to look that up. A very effective way to not only practice piano but just to learn, especially if you're still in school. It's a real time-saving approach. Okay. All right. Gosh. Here we go. I think that's straight. All right. That's as good as we're gonna get. All right. Now that was one part. We're gonna continue on. Let me do that again. We're going to take it from won't. This is the last row on the bottom of the first page. Okay, yeah. So you get what I'm talking about, like in the beginning. You're just like waiting for the chorus, and I'm telling you, it's not gonna come. Anyway, okay, so here's just the right hand from won't. I stopped at the second row of the second page. There's no measure numbers here, so I just have to describe it that way, okay? Let's try that together. Won't be afraid. Ready, go. Okay, I just thought of another example to really hammer home the point for you with this whole spaced repetition thing. It's like, imagine if I told you to do 100 push-ups today. Could you do it in a row? Probably not. But you could do a few here, and wait a few there, and wait a few there. And by the end of the day, maybe you got to 100 push-ups. So this is kind of like the same idea, all right? Okay, here's the left hand. Did we do left hand? I'm not sure, but let me do it again. gonna try that together. Ready, go. And back to both hands. Okay, all right, now that's a bit of a longer section, but I think what you want to do at this point is put what you have together. So we had one part, we had another part, and one chunk, another chunk. Now we're going to make it into a bigger chunk. We're going to connect these two parts together, okay? So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to play both hands for you. Then I'm going to play right hand. We're going to try that together. Left hand, try that together. Both hands, and then try that together again. So I'm trying to also space out the demonstrations when I'm showing you the parts here, okay? Sorry about that. Missed the page turn. Okay, sorry, that was a bit loopy because I'm trying to get the page turn so I can just not stop while I'm playing at the same time. A little multitasking. All right, now here's just the right hand. Right, go back, try that together with me. Ready, go. Okay, now the left hand. Okay, we try that together. Ready, go. Okay, I hope you guys doing okay. All right, back to both hands. Watch and listen. Okay, let's go back, try that together. Take it a little bit slower. I'm probably going too fast to be honest. Also probably help the page turns too. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so those are basically instructions on how to practice, period, okay? So you just take this, and then we're just gonna continue it on. So any song that you're practicing, if you remember these steps, then you can basically do the same thing. Okay, let's keep it going. This is the second page, Stand By Me. And at the sky, we're stopping right there. Okay, here's the right hand. This is the second row on the second page. Okay, let's try that together. Ready, go. Okay, back to left hand. You see, it's a simply we're just repeating the process here, okay? Okay, try that together. And I know I'm moving fast here, so it's you can always adjust this lesson for wherever you're at. You can slow it down, you can just rewind and come back to another time. Or if this song's not hard enough for you, I have other lessons at more difficult levels as well. Anyway, here we go. Ready, go. Okay, and back to both hands. Okay, try that together. And lift the sky. By the way, when you're practicing this, even if it doesn't have the chorus, even if, feel free to get the sheet music or not for this one. You just do it by ear, kind of like what we're doing right now, if you want. Also keep in mind that when you do larger sections, and if you're making it a point to be able to play this whole song from beginning to end, that's like one large chunk, okay? So it's like the whole entire thing that takes a certain amount of concentration. So we do these little parts at a time, because in the beginning you're only able to do this much, then this much, then this much. So if you're building it up where you do the whole thing over time, if it's like reading like a 10-page book compared to like a 100-page book. So just give it some time, okay? Stand, ready, go. Okay, keeping it going. I don't know exactly how these parts work out, but it seems to me these divisions make sense so far. All right, from sky, let's see how far this goes. Let me try that again. Okay, so you hear what I'm getting at? There's no chorus here. It's just I find it very, very odd. I'm just like waiting for it. But anyway, Sky. Here's the right hand. Watch a little bit of. So those are not eighth notes, those are 16th notes. Careful there. Let's try that together. Sky, ready, go. Okay, left hand. They're like all the same, but I'm gonna play for you regardless. Ah, something new. Okay, end of the sky. Here we go. Left hand. Ready, go. And back to both hands. Okay, oh, we haven't done that. Here we go. Sky to No I Won't. Ready, go. Okay, we're ready to keep going. Okay, so that's that last part, darling. Once you no, still no chorus. Anyway, okay, so I stopped on the last page here. Let's try it again, just the right hand. Once you listen, be afraid. Wait, is that the right place? No, I won't. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're stopping on won't. This is the last row of the third page, right on the bottom. And we do have whole notes on the bottom. Try to hold those if you can, but you know, this whole finger control, it's also not something that's easy to do at the easier level. So if this is your first time doing something like holding a note on the bottom, or you're playing some other notes, this is like your first time. It's not gonna come easily, okay? Here we go. Won't. Ready, go. Alright, left hand. Together, ready, go. By the way, make sure you stick around for a recap at the end, and I'll give you some more helpful advice on how to practice this song and just practice in general. And if you've been enjoying this video, I know there's no chorus here, but thanks for playing along with me anyway. If this has been valuable for you, go ahead and hit that like button, and also share this video with someone who would appreciate it as well. let's try that together. Won't to darling stand. Ready, go. Now, instead of going back and putting together the previous two parts, I'm gonna do this last part, and this last section is gonna be like 3 chunks, like 3 parts to this, okay? So if you think total overall, the sections I gave you, there's about five chunks. Just the way I'm dividing it. Again, you can divide it the way you feel free, okay? So I'm gonna do this last part, then we're gonna go back and do the last 3 chunks together, okay? This is darling, stand is the last part. That is it, you know, but I think if you want to try to practice playing by ear, the left hand accompaniment is the same, so really all you have to do is figure out. So I guess you could just kind of play the melody by ear if you want, because the left hand, the pattern is exactly the same. So, you know, if you want to add that in there, that's kind of a cool challenge. Okay, stand, here we go, right hand, listen. Together, ready, go. Alright, left hand. Pretty much the same stuff. Together, ready, go. Okay, back to both hands. Ready, go. Okay, let's go back and we're gonna put these last 3 parts together. If I can figure out where we stopped. Okay, and at the sky. That's it. Okay. So we're going back to page 3 and the top of the page and at the sky. Listen to it from there to the end. Let me do that again. I missed the page. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the right hand. Sorry, I kind of messed up the one of the parts there, but we're gonna go back and address that. Right hand now, all the way to the end of the sky. try it together. Sky, ready, go. Left hand. Alright, here we go. This is Sky, ready, go. Alright, now let's go ahead and mix things up a little bit. Instead of me playing first and doing it together with both hands, let's just try it at the same time, because this is also what you want to be doing in your practice as well. Like mixing things up, do something that's unexpected. Sky, ready, go. Alright, that's the end of the lesson. Here is a recap and some helpful tips to go along with it. We divided this song into 5 different parts. I took the first 2 parts, connected it as one. We took the last 3 parts, connected it as one, okay? That's the first principle of practicing, is doing one part at a time, a little chunk at a time, okay? Then we simplified the process, because if you're trying to challenge yourself, that's another story. Like if you just want to play both hands at the same time and you're not used to it, that's another challenge on its own. But we're trying to simplify it to save you time when you're practicing. If time is not a concern and you want to challenge yourself, you just do both hands at the same time. Okay, it's harder than it looks. Okay, so that's one thing. So simplified it. We did right hand, left hand, hands together, and then simply we just repeat this process. Now, the most important concept today is spaced repetition. It's kind of the same. Most important concept in my life so far, and I've been using it to great advantage in my own practice. So instead of just doing it 10 times in a row, you want to space those repetitions out throughout your practice session, throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your month even, okay? This is why it's helpful to keep a journal. But there's a software that actually does this for you. It's called Anki, A-N-K-I. I use it, I've adapted it for my own practice. It really works well, okay? Other thing too is that if you're not able to read notes, don't worry about that, okay? I mean, I've done live streams where you can learn to read notes and read and play sheet music at the same time. It's really simple process. Just ask me and I'll go ahead and send you a link to that instead of you searching through all my thousands of videos. Yeah, I have like more than 2,000 videos on here. But just because you don't get it the first time, like these people online who complain like these tutorials don't work, it's like they probably tried it one time, okay? So simply, even if you just confused about the notes, let's say the first time you tried this lesson, you got about 10% of it, okay? Well, guess what? Your brain is powerful, okay? So the next time you try it, you'll get like 15, then 20%, then 50%. Then one day it'll be like 100%, okay? Because simply, I have like a lot of students who can barely even talk at the lessons. Like they're like just learning to, well, like I have one who's really young. It's like he's barely like learning to speak right now. There's a lot of words I can't communicate with him. So instead of speaking a lot, I just play with him a lot at the piano. And then he just watches me play, then he tries it, and then over time he's able to get it. So look, whoever are these people complaining online, if I have like 5 and 4 year olds, yes, I've taught as young as 4. If they can figure this out on piano, you can do it too. Okay, I believe in you. You can get this done. Okay. So that's the end of today's lesson. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, the caveat to this song is there is no chorus. The main chorus, kind of the most important part, is not in this arrangement. So if you want to get the sheet music, go ahead. If you don't want to, you just learn it by ear. Do that as well. And you can even like get the sheet music, learn it, and then some part in the song, you can kind of figure out the chorus by itself, because the left hand accompaniment, the harmonic progressions, they don't change. So you can just have the left hand going and then make the right hand, you can figure that out by ear if you want to put that in there, okay? Lastly, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with others, okay? All right, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that lesson. Hope you guys had a great Halloween. Maybe you're in a candy coma right now. If that's the case, then awesome. All right, have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you for the next lesson, and happy practicing.